Gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Napoleon Total War. Sorry about the camera. We are back at the clan games. This is the Clash of the Clans, and let me introduce you the players. So sorry about the camera. So this is the 409 Legion, and this is Dion. He commands the army of Great Ottoman Empire. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Let's see what he has. Got 2 mounted rifles, 1 light infantry, 1 foot infantry here at his left. Some other initials with 3 chevrons, 1, 2, 3 foot infantry, 2 light infantry. Ahmed Al-Jazar, another some other initials with 3 chevrons. And here we got the god Zeus playing as France. He brought the Braves, the militia, a Fusiliers of the line, an old guard in front of them, Shoesfoot, 2 of them, 3, 4 Voltigeurs, 3 shooter cav in front of them, classic general staff, and he brought, let's see, Shoesfoot, an old guard and a Shoesfoot here at his right, another 3 Chaucheurs Aceval, the French cavalry. Here from the opposite side we got the HR clan. Here is Lyndon playing as Great Britain. There are some units hidden from our beautiful eyes as we speak. Oh, there they are. Got the costumes around there. Light infantry, King German Legion foot, not light, just foot. A foot guard unit, foot infantry in front of them, King German Legion light foot guards just right next to him. Shen Zhongmu, quite good general. Foot infantry, 2 light foot, another 2 foot infantry here, and he got foot infantry, foot. So, and here is the hero of vengeance playing as Austria. Let's see what this guy bought for us. We got 1st Regiment Emperor's Own Hungarian Fusiliers, 2 of them, 3, 4 German Fusiliers, 5, no, another German. What the fuck is? So, Hungarians, Germans, Hungarians, Czech Regiment. Guess what? Hungarians, 4 Grenzers and Joseph Alvinci. So they move just a little bit from the spawn, and actually they didn't want to rush probably their units and run all the way this down to get over here, because the Ottomans has that special ability in heat maps. They have a resistance in a heat fatigue, and probably he's gonna camp around here. What the fuck with the buttons? Anyway, I'm sorry about the camera. I'm just trying to get used to my new keyboard. So actually we had a really big foot infantry spam for the HR players. I had the suspicions about this guy, the hero of vengeance, because mostly he brings only foot infantry units, and plenty of them. Doesn't play with cav. But Lyndon here on the other hand, that's a little bit surprised, because I used to watch him playing with cav, and I don't know why he took only a foot spam. So I watched the video before I decided to record it and share with you guys. Fucking camera, okay. And for a long period there was nothing wrong here. So I'm gonna cut, and I'm gonna catch you when the action starts. So here we are back in the game. Nothing much for the time being, but I want to share some thoughts with you guys. So here's the first engagement into the game. Actually not the first, the second. And we're gonna watch that Ottoman light infantry they're gonna engage the Austrians back there. But unfortunately, these guys here, they're gonna shoot that hill until they until they get some blood of it. So from the opposite side, we got phone lines here as a defense. Actually, this is a really good defensive wall from foot infantry, light infantry units, and he's not going to stay there. He's going to move a little bit back. At the same time, back there at the right of your picture, you're going to see the French cav going to that side, and he will try to make Austria to dispatch some units and use them for the French cav. What the fuck? For the French cav around here. Okay. So at the same time, this guy Dion, he will bring his light infantry a little bit closer to the Austrians, the Rangers, and he will try to engage them and make them. Actually, both players are gonna try to use all their ammunition to each other before engaging the most expensive good units that they have. Meanwhile, let's talk about their formation. So the British player Leydon brought some reinforcements here to the Austria player, which is the hero of vengeance. He's feeding him with some foot infantry, light foot, and foot infantry units. Though Austria has a light infantry superiority. Austria has more light infantry units than Ottoman. Ottoman have brought only 3, while Austria has 4. And with the aid of these dudes, the British, now they're gonna be 5. So they're gonna win the numbers in light infantry units, but I'm not sure if the light infantry is capable of winning the game by itself. So a small tactical mistake here from these dudes. They came too close to the enemy lines, and now they're gonna suffer some nice hot volleys here from this Ottomans. But the good thing for Austria is that these guys, they have a terrible line of sight. Yeah, unfortunately for Ottomans and fortunately for Austria, that terrain anomaly saved their lives. Meanwhile, I forgot to say that these guys, they are using ultra settings. So we're gonna watch 160 foot infantry units and 120 of the light infantry. Here's the mini map. You can see how the moon, the half moon, he's trying to take the croissant over here. So nothing much. Cut, and we're gonna see when the action starts. So back into the game, the French cav is approaching. The Austrians and the Brits, they retreated, as you see over here, and they're watching the French cav from that side. But the French cav went so close just to hit that Granger unit from the side. The casualties that they suffered wasn't so much, but shooting, they probably they're gonna do something. So Brits, they are coming here to aid their Austrian ally. Nice volleys here from the British Lightfoot. So Dion, he's dispatching a unit here next to that, in front of the Chaussée Saval. Probably he will try to match up all the Austrian and British flank here with one unit and a 3 shooter cav. I don't think that's very possible. But the thing is that when these corners are being in formation, this is the vulnerable spots for an army. You see, there only the corners. It's easy to break them here because either they have to watch that way or that way, but this side over here, it's not so good protected. So this is the most vulnerable area for the Anglo-Austrian troops. Meanwhile, back there, the Frenchy and the British guy, they're doing nothing. All the fun is here, and you can see that there's no much fun as we speak. So I'm gonna fast forward again, and later. Oh, we went from the flank, and we are here at the center. The French Ottoman forces, they are engaging the Anglo-Austrian. Let's see what they're shooting at. It's always useful to know what you are shooting at. The voltages, they are bleeding the ground to the death.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
One unit is out of ammunition, probably is a light infantry back there. Now these guys are gonna be used as a meat shield. So, shoot the car behind that switchfoot. The voltages and the Ottoman light infantry trying to engage the Austrians up there, but they still got a very good defensive perimeter. 4-line defensive perimeter, light infantry in front, some reserves back there, 2 good generals to inspire their men, and actually we go on the 4th 09 Legion. They need something very good to break their defenses. Meanwhile, at the right side, nothing much is happening. There are 2 stationary voltages with old guard. Oh no, it's a militia. The old guard is right here, and we got the switchfoot back there. Actually, with the absence of the French cav, with most of the French cav at the other side, these units 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they could attack to this area and claim it. There's only the old guard and the switchfoot. The rest of the gang around here, these French guys, I don't think that they are capable
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
the British and the Austrian foot infantry, because they're gonna mill them. It's so easy to mill them. Though there is a cav around, that cav could be easily annihilated by the costumes guard back there or the foot guards. But I don't think that Lyndon and Hero of Vengeance wants to attack. They just want to come there and defend. So after a long period of nothing, French decided to go in full-scale attack here to the British forces. I don't think this is a very good idea, because they have a very good stationary troops over there, the King German, the foot infantry, the light foot. So the militia now is routing. The voltages are not capable of doing a great deal of damage to these guys, because it's mostly defensive units and not offensive. And the old guard, it would be such a shame to get in there and lost the old guard, while there is a coasting guard and a foot guard unit around there awaiting. So I think the best thing to do, France, here is nothing. So another thing is that these guys they are shooting, but how many did they kill? Okay, nice shot from the voltages, but still these guys, they do have a lot of army around here, and France don't. So unless Dion, he will attack over there, maybe these guys, they will grab the opportunity and come up into the hill, mill these guys, push back the old guard and force them to go that way. And at the same time, these guys, they do have plenty of forces here to hold the ground and to attack from the side. And as I see it, they are moving a little bit, and I think they are going to do that thing exactly. Or they're gonna camp. Shit, they're gonna camp. They're not moving. Oh man, don't do this. This is bad. If you're going to get out of that stake, of those stakes, you're gonna suffer casualties. You're gonna. Yes, they're coming. Yeah, they're coming. Bad boys, bad boys. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Don't shoot the ground. So, these guys are shooting the ground. That unit was jealous, so she thought, okay, let's shoot the ground too, yeah. So far it's a very boring game. There is an action later, These guys, they will try to provoke that voltage unit to come out just a little bit, but the line of sight of the foot infantry, these guys and these guys, actually is coming around here. So what comes out of the hill is going to suffer a huge amount of casualties, and I don't think that France wants to happen. So let's see micro. These guys, they do not have a really good micro, but maybe, yeah, they're shooting the rear units. That's a good micro
Our
from
men are running,
good
sir.
Jews. Someone is running somewhere. Oh shit. So here's the action, guys, that I promised you. So Dion now watching Hero of Vengeance trying to harass the French lines over there. He's taking the opportunity to come here and engage the Austrian line. So he's reinforcing his men. Now he's made a 5 units line over here. The Martinisers, they're ready to engage. Shooter Cuff just behind them, and he used that depleted light infantry unit as a Mitchell. Now it's shooting, and they made this guy shoot, and now they're shooting to their own men, trying to shoot that Samajanisers. So Samajanis, now they charge to the Grangers. The Grangers are out of the game. Shooter cover charging. They're gonna force these guys into squares, and probably he will try to send them into the rear of the lines and use them to the light infantry unit. So Grangers are routing. Samajanisers dropped to 69 men. They're taking casualties. As you can see what is going on here. He made a charge, but there is a bug, and I hate what that happened. So mainly he's milling the light infantry with that shooter cap. He's pushing these guys to form square, while now his his units here, they're gonna shoot that Hungarians and the rest of the gang. So the French cav is coming, and if that goes as planned, then we're gonna see a massacre of the HR clan over here. Yeah. Huge amount of cav is messing around with the Austrian and British lines. They're going to try to form squares, but I think it's too late. All the defensive here at the right flank is now compromised. So now he has only to push a little bit his foot infantry, just shoot the first regiment's emperor. So these guys now, the history, yeah, actually all the Austrian and British flag is dead. And the impressive thing is that these guys, they didn't count serious casualties, you see. So now they will try to hunt down and shoot the remaining retreating British forces. The Samajanis, they are hunting down the German Fusiliers. Most of the Hungarians at the right side and their emperor's own, they are dead. They are not be able to come back into the game. So France is going to pull out the cav, while Ottoman now is going to replace some units here and try to shoot down these German Fusiliers, which they are forming squares to save themselves. So another thing is that their army here is totally fucked up. Yeah, though Hero of Vengeance formed squares to defend from the upcoming units, there are some units which they are shooting to the squares, and there is a mountain jump trying to hunt down that Joseph Alvinci. So those players lost the micro. They can't really fix the lines, and I don't think they're going to survive this. So
our men are running, sir.
This is the outcome of camping. Oh shit. And this is gonna be a massacre, ladies and gentlemen. So I think now France is gonna call the reserves and take them into the action. And there is Fusiliers of the line and the Swiss foot here. They're gonna push a little bit the Voltigeurs, and they're gonna use them as a Mitchell. And you see how these guys are losing men so fast, but Dion needs to wake up and take these guys in front of that sandhill. It's a very small sandhill, but you can't be very accurate if you are behind it. So this is the perfect position. Stop and shoot, my man. And these guys are trying to save themselves from the charging some missiles. Actually, this is a this is a run and hit game now, and I think these guys, they deserve it. Yeah, because they really come and they waited. They waited all this time to get the combined French and Ottoman forces to attack them. You can't really think that you can make a double, a triple line, a four line, and survive that charge, because Samats and the rest of the gang, the shooter cav, can easily break those units, and there is no cav to counter that. Yeah, you need cav. Don't play with that cav. Spams, they're not good. I don't think balanced armies at the other side, they are very good. Yeah, maybe you can make a 4 to 6 cavalry
Our
units
men are
and the
running
rest
for-
light infantry, but or a combined. Maybe a player can take the foot infantry and the other can take the some cav, but only foot infantry. In maps like this, I don't think this can work, and especially versus the Ottomans. If that was another nation, maybe I could say yes. Then you might have a chance to deal with them. But the melee and the shooter cav, I don't think it's very playable. So back there, France has forgotten 2 units along the Ahmad al-Jazar. They're just chilling over there. But I don't think they're gonna need it. So you see that
One of
all
our
the
units has used all its ammunition, sir.
Okay, man. So all the Anglo-Austrian forces, they're trying to gather the remaining troops here to make a last dance here at the edge of the map. Minimap open. You can clearly see how this is a unit that are surrounded, and I can tell you this, guys. Though you may have more troops so close, but that has an affection to the morale. Yeah, when your troops, they know that they are surrounded and there is no escape, then your morale is dropping. Yep, you should know that the morale is dropping and there's no many things that you can do, and you can clearly see that these guys, they play the cav perfectly. They still got cavalry units. They didn't charge all the cav directly to these guys. They just were shooting at them. And let's see France making a charge here to this area. Now they're gonna hammer this flank. Yeah, you see the corner around here, that's the weak spot. They can't do a really good defense because they gathered too many units at a small space. Okay, it's just like physics. You can't have 2 objects at the same time at the same space. Yeah, so with that law of physics, you can't really defend efficiently over here. So that light foot, they're saying, okay, man, we don't have much thing to do. Let's shoot something. Yes, my British soldiers, let's shoot, but we are not doing anything over here. Meanwhile, those poor players, they got shooter cav behind them, and now they're gonna suffer the camping penalty. And I'm saying again that Lyndon is good. He's a good player, though I maybe don't like his okay, fuck it, no. That's not of your business. So, as I was saying, Lidon is a good player. This guy is so-so, and
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
And there they go. Wonderful charges here from the Ottoman cav. The French shooter cav is back there, and 2 forgotten units. They should come up here in the front line, just start shooting these guys. But Dion, he's busy probably with managing his shooter cav, and you can clearly see that this foot infantry, they're just shooting to this retreating German Fusiliers. German Fusiliers, just a less good unit than the Hungarians, whereas they have better morale of 7 and very good defense and overall they're very good in melee. But Germans, it's a very medium unit. But I think, to be honest, that one nation, except France, that they can match the Ottomans, the aggressive of the Ottomans, is Austria. Yeah, Austria is a very good and useful nation.
Our men are running, sir.
So be it, ladies and gentlemen, that was the game. I don't have anything more to say. GG, ciao ciao.
One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir. Our men are running, sir. Our men are running, sir. Our men are running, sir. Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours. One of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.